The ICF Canoe Sprint World Championships are brought to you by the Province of Ontario, the Government of Canada, and Tourism Niagara.
But next on the line is the K2 U23 men's 1,000-meter heat number 1. In lane 1, Poland, Stabno and Warszawski. Lane 2 is Russia, Stepchkov and Chervov. Lane 3 is Serbia. Lane 4 is Iran. Lane 5 is Austria's Wecht and Trumer. Lane 6, Japan's Akashi and Murakami. Lane 7, USA's Miller and Collins. And lane number 8, Rob Clark from just down the road here in Burloak. And Andrew Jessup in lane number 8 from Canada. Keep your eye on lane number 8 as they blast off the start in the white boat closest to the screen.
And also keep your eye in the middle. Lane 5 will be a strong boat. The green Austrian boat will be good. We're missing Iran right now, so we're down 1 boat. It is an 8-boat race. Keep an eye on Poland. They're going to be fast. They won first place at the European Championships, and they've actually switched the crew around, so it's not the same crew that won first place, but I'm sure they're going to be very quick. Here's a great shot of Clark and Jessup. Strong young men. They won a medal in the K4 at in Europe at a World Cup, and they finished 3rd in a B final, a senior event B final in Rachica World Cup earlier this year with a solid time. So look at their start, fast off the line. Much like the Canadian C2 we just saw, you have to get off the line. If you can't get off the line fast enough, you will not be anywhere come the end of the race.
I like the look of the Canadian boat here. Rob Clark from Mississauga, Ontario, and Andrew Jessup from Halifax. They've been paddling together for a while now, and like you mentioned, Tom, they actually hit the podium in the U23 K4 event in Europe earlier this year, so they're excited about this race. And you can see in their white boat their stroke rate is settling into a nice working pace.
You see the facial muscles, and a lot of paddlers tend to go slack. It's interesting. Paddling is a lot like watching a Cheeto run. You see it hit the ground, everything tenses and flexes, and then there's a moment in between the strokes, a microsecond where everything relaxes, and it's all about energy conservation, excuse me. And that's what these athletes are trying to do.
And here we've got the stroke of the, in the white jerseys, it looks like this is going to be the crew from Serbia in lane 3, I believe. They've got a nice stroke rate going on as well. But on the very far outside, you've got white jerseys here, though. Those are the Polish crew. That's lane 1. Keep an eye on the Polish crew, and right beside them in lane 2 with the white shirts. Here we got a nice, great shot. The Russian boat is in lane 2, the blue boat, and to their right in lane 3 with the white boat is the crew from Serbia. Boltic and Dragoslavic have to a great start.
Look at this shot here. The Canadians are basically tied for first with Serbia over in lane 3. So your white boat on your inside is your Canadians. Your white boat over towards the other side of the course is the Serbians. Through the 500, it's Serbia by about a foot over Canada. Watch the boat to Serbia's left, the gray boat, which is Russia, the brown boats, excuse me. They are surging now. Once you're through that halfway mark, you've got to start your finish. They've started that pickup now.
Well, Mississauga's Rob Clark and Andrew Jessup from Halifax are the Canadian crew, and a great shot of them. And look at the stroke rate. You can see they're picking it up now. They're really using their legs. They're in control of their breathing. You can see the muscles starting to tense up as the lactic acid builds up. But here we go with lane number 2, the crew from Russia, Spetsiov and Cherov, really starting to hit the boat now hard. But the Canadian crew is right in the thick of things.
Yeah, this is a great shot of the Russians. You see the rate. They actually blew right by the Serbians at the 500. Maybe just after the 500-meter mark, they just took over the race. Serbia has shut it down. You can see the rate back there. It's a lot slower than everyone else's. Very calm. They just went out off the start and went for it. First to A final. The Canadians are sitting in second. Through the 200 meters, Canada's in second. Russia is in first with a couple boats over the field, but it is a 2-boat race between Canada and Russia.
And you can see Rob Clark and Andrew Jessup really starting to hit the water hard. And here comes the Canadian entry with the red jerseys and the white Nello boat, lane number 8, are really picking it up. They're not giving anything to this Russian crew, but here comes on the far outside the Russian crew, Spetsiev and Chervov, as they make their way into the finals, Tom.
Yeah, these guys are going direct to the final. They've pushed it, but the Canadians are giving them a race. They're only about a boat, maybe a boat and a half behind with 50 meters left, but Russia will take it. They finished 4th at the European Championships with a time of 3:15. They're a solid crew, but Clark and Jessup will be thrilled with that result.
Absolutely, and what a great thrill for these kids as they have a solid